Looking at Deakin's face, immediately I can see his eyes are so uncomfortable.
Oh, that eyelid, he's got really bad entropion. His poor eyelashes are rolled all the way in.
I've never seen entropion this bad in a cat before. He could absolutely end up blind from this, and that means surgery. I've never done an entropion surgery on a cat, so this is the scary part.
Nice to meet you. Hi. Oh, you're a smoocher.
In Melbourne at the Lost Dogs home, Danni's patient is 18-month-old stray Deakin.
Loves a chin scratch. Oh, you do. That feels nice. Doing lots of purring. Oh, yes, thank you.
Deakin is the sweetest, smoochiest little cat, and the fact that he is, at the moment, so uncomfortable, but still so affectionate. He's just a darling.
Attendant Melissa has noticed something extremely worrying with both of Deakin's eyes.
So he just looks like he's squinting a lot, and there's quite a bit of discharge coming from his eyes, so they look a little bit sore.
Right, well, I might do a bit of a once-over before we have a look at the eyes, because that might get a little bit more stressful. All right, I'm just going to check your heart, sweetie pie.
Deakin was brought in by a member of the public because he was lost, and unfortunately we haven't found Deakin's original owner, but the people that brought him in would love to rehome him, so it's really exciting that he has a loving family to go back to.
Alright, just going to have a little look at your eyes now, darling, okay? Come have a look here. Hi, sweetie. I know. Alright. Oh, yes.
Looking at Deakin's face, immediately I can see his eyes are so uncomfortable. He's basically got his eyes so squinted up that he can't even open them and see. He's walking around blind, essentially.
Oh, that eyelid. He's got really bad entropion. His poor eyelashes are rolled all the way in. Touching, you see it still rolling all the way out there. Oh, that'd be so uncomfortable, sweetheart.
Entropion is essentially the inversion of your eyelids. So you end up with a lot of abrasion on the surface of the eye, which can lead to a lot of issues. So it's very uncomfortable, very painful, and very serious. Having hair constantly scratching your eye. You can barely open his poor little eyes at all, mate. I've never seen entropion this bad in a cat before. He could absolutely end up blind from this.
Oh, you poor sweet.
So he's definitely got bilateral entropion, so like inversion of those lower eyelids. So they're rolling in and all the hair is just rubbing on the surface of the eye. So we'll certainly need to surgically correct for that. Entropion in time will cause ulceration, so that's a damage to the actual cornea. It would lead to horrendous pain, vision impairment, potentially rupture of his eyeballs in time, and that means surgery. What we need to do first is pop a little bit of local anaesthetic drops in the eyes just to see where that entropion just relaxes out to, so that we can get a better idea of how much we're going to actually have to remove as far as the skin surgically to correct that entropion. Hey mate, which will be wonderful. After I've put the local anaesthetic eye drops in, Deakin does relax his eyes a little bit.
Good boy. That's how much it's rolled in at the moment.
But it's pretty clear there's still a huge amount of excess eyelid rolling in. It's really bad, that entropion. Good boy. Here we go.
Looks so bad.
I perform a fluorescein stain on Deakin's eyes, and that's to show up if there's any current ulcers on the cornea. I'm just going to turn the light off so I can have a good look at those eyes. If there is, we'll see a bright green uptake of dye. If there's not, they should be clear. So we've got our third eyelid up, so I can't see a big chunk of the cornea. It's really hard to do a thorough assessment of the cornea because Deakin's lifting up his third eyelids further and further, so I can't see any obvious ulcer, but it's possible he could be hiding some in that medial area. All right, so I think the plan for him is that we'll take him to surgery today to get those eyelids sorted. Poor little thing. All right, mate, you wanna hop in your cubby? Here you go. Oh, it's a nice little hidey hole. The current state of Deakin's eyes just means he really has no quality of life right now. It's a constant misery for him, so we just have to fix it. All right, Deakin, let's get you all sorted, mate. You are gonna feel so much better. Okay. Been a nice time, my darling. I hope you feel much better when you wake up. Open up those eyes, my friend. There's a lot of pressure to get this surgery right. I've never done an entropion surgery on a cat, so today is definitely a little more stressful. The plan for surgery is essentially removing a strip of excessive eyelid from the lower and upper eyelids on both sides. By removing that skin, it actually pulls the eyelids down, opening them up again.
Surgeon Ewan is performing the delicate surgery on the first eye with Danni assisting before taking over for the second eye.
So we've just gone about removing some excessive skin on the lower eyelid of the left eye. We're suturing that, and then the next step will be to remove the skin from the upper eyelid to try and open up that eye and then sort of reassess how everything's sitting then. So we've just finished the left eye, moving on to the right eye now. The right eye is a little bit worse, so hopefully we get a good result.
This time Ewan will be observing as Danni performs the surgery. Removing just the right amount of excess skin will be the biggest challenge.
This is the scary part. So I've just made the initial incision along the margin of the eye, and now I'm actually going to make the curvy linear incision that actually will then dictate how much skin we remove. This is the scary part. So I'm just going to make a little incision here. Now I'm going to remove that excess skin and we'll see how it all looks. Alright, almost there. Here we go. So I'm just about to suture together the two new margins, and then we'll be able to have a good look at how that eyelid is looking. So you can see now that margin is visible, which is great. And once we lift up that rolled in upper eyelid, things will hopefully sit nicely again. So we've just got to do the upper eyelid next. So I've just finished suturing up, it's looking really good. I think once the swelling comes down, that's going to align really nicely. So darling, there you are.
Deakin will now rest up after his marathon surgery.
There's just no bigger sense of satisfaction than helping these animals that have nobody.
And exciting news for Deakin a few weeks after his eye surgery, with the young cat finding a new home.
Hi, I'm Dr. Danni. If you enjoyed this video, then please remember to subscribe to the Bondi Vet YouTube channel. Click on the screen now to continue watching more great content.